Welcome back, everybody, to Dark Souls Remastered, where last episode we managed to kill Pinwheel and fall to our death as normal. Also, I realized we haven't taken a look at a couple key things, like the Rite of Kindling. This secret rite allows bonfires to be bolstered further with kindling, so that even more Estus can be collected. Kindling was a sacred rite passed down among clerics, but all undead can imitate the process, in the same manner that they restore their hollowing with humanity. How peculiar that humans had found little use for humanity until they turned undead. So yes, it's basically just a method it's kind of like a gameplay thing that they tried to explain a little bit more with, lore. And these have rotated back. Hooray! I'm just gonna run. These skeletons love to just prove me wrong, where I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna run through. They have different plans now, don't they? And Patches is gone. We'll see him very soon, though, and his true colors will shine. So it's important to note that with Patches, obviously he's in it everything for himself. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That collision. Actually, he asked you, like, are you a cleric? Like, from the church, basically. And if you say yes, he's like, oh, great, that's lovely. That's a lie. He hates the church with a passion. Oh my gosh, gentlemen. I was trying to go there. There we go, that's better. The Great Scythe. It's always a great cosplay item. You know what? Oh. Wow. So, there's that item there. Don't believe I can get that without better ability to fall and take damage, which is a ring. Also, I don't recall how much I explained about Pinwheel. About Pinwheel, there's really not much to him as far as lore. Oh, almost made a very bad decision there. So, I should say Pinwheel is believed to be a him for no real good reason. Because Pinwheel is, again, I think lore-wise believed to be 3 people combined. Like if you notice, Pinwheel has 3 arms, 3 faces. The mother, father, child. So, assuming the Pinwheel is a him is misleading. And it doesn't make much sense, really. Because we have no idea what the assumed gender of the child was, and the father and mother could have just as much control. No one knows. Pinwheel is very light lore-wise. It's kind of believed that Pinwheel was a boss kind of thrown in because there's just this giant empty space of the Catacombs and no boss at the end of it. I'm not dealing with you today, sir. So they kind of threw in another boss. Oh, these freaking Pinwheel skeletons. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them, and they don't stop. This has been rough. You know, I take 2 weeks off and now my skills have sharply declined. Luckily, it is, again, much easier to get back to where we want to go with this drawbridge already changed. Oh, my goodness gracious. Luckily, they don't do very much damage to me. Also, I'm not wearing the highest armor stuff I have anymore. I'm wearing Curse Resist. I need to change that again whenever I get the chance, because I'm still running from skeletons at the moment. Stop it, you two. You two silly billies. Oh my goodness. These two are quite stubborn and not really having it. I'm dead. I can hear the knight coming for me. Oh, I'm expressing frustration just because I'm doing this to myself. I'm absolutely doing this to myself. I keep hitting the wrong buttons the wrong time. Partially because I'm panicking. I just want to get through this area because I know it's... And I know exactly what I should have done before. What I should have done before is thrown fireballs to illuminate my way. So that's one thing that's quite nice is most, I mean, fire spells create their own light. Stop. Stop chasing me. I still haven't learned my lesson. I need to. Is the knight beneath me here? It doesn't matter now, does it? Oh, there he is. Get up! Where's the wheel? Where's the wheel? That's the frustrating thing. I don't have enough poise. I don't have enough poise. I couldn't break out of that. So those little guys can actually drop I guess their body as a shield. Alright, let's put back on our optimal armor here. It's a question of how much armor can I actually get? How much bang for my buck can I get? Alright, I can't go that far, which is okay. Nope. I'm just on the edge with these gauntlets. There we go. Is there a better helmet? Oh, I heard a skeleton forming. Okay, he's gonna hang out. Okay. How much is the helmet? 4.5. So I can actually do. Can I do the Silver Knight helm? I can. And I look goofy. But goofy is okay. Now this may not be the most optimal loadout. But any more armor I can get, the better. And poise. More poise, the better. Oh, I almost fell off. It does not appear I have very much poise still. Just from the way I stagger from things falling. These guys are gonna roll toward me. This valley is the bane of my run at the moment. I think I've died... At this point, I think I've died... Oh, more in this area of the game than I have the entire time. I'm gonna gather them up a bit. I just need to run. I just need to run. That's the answer there. Is just run. It's not working. I'm glad I grabbed 10 S's before though. But that's not the issue anymore. I can take these small hits. It's really not a big deal. And usually their quick hits are just them rolling their body into me, which does a small amount of damage. I have no poise, however. Yeah, any little thing causes me to stop in my tracks. I don't have the strength or stamina, or, yeah, or I should say endurance, to deal. Oh, that's a mistake. Okay, sir. Oh my goodness, I'm so close. Get out of my way. Oh my goodness, I'm almost there. Okay, safety. Somebody come after me? Okay, it's just my footsteps. Remember, there's that one giant skeleton who is not going to be very friendly. Oh, did they get rid of that? Oh no. So if you get lucky... you can see his eyes. But they significantly nerfed your viewing range in this remake. Or I guess a remaster, I should say. They did significantly nerf the range at which you can see in front of you. Like, oh my gosh. I cannot see a single thing in front of me. That's a problem. I believe this is where I died before? Because I can't. Oh. A surprise attack. Ugh. That's an edge. That is an edge. I know there's another bonfire down over here. I know it to be true. Such a dick move. Yep, he fell. I hope he fell on something solid. I just got an inch. So you can kind of see the shadows of things. Oh, hello, Patches.
What, you again? Well, well. You've been a stranger. Good to see you well, mate. All right. You came at the perfect time. There's a fine stash of treasure right down that hole. I found it first, but we're friends now. I'll split it with you, in any case. Have a look. It'll shimmer you blind.
Yeah, it's gonna be a no from me until at least I can find a bonfire. Oh, I think I found it. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, please don't. Oh. You have no idea the amount of relief I feel at this moment. I knew it was close. I knew it. I knew it. Oh. Oh, man. Okay, Patches. I'll play your game now. It's like right over here. Is Patches still here? Yeah. Alright. I'm going to demonstrate to you why Patches is not the nicest of guys.
This is what I do, my friend. The trinkets I'll be stripping off your corpse, that's the real treasure.
And we get the skull lantern. Thank. Do you hear it? Huh. It stopped. So while I have time, let's take a look at the skull lantern. Skull lantern. Skull lantern of the Catacombs necromancer droops from his long beard locks. That's definitely not his beard, that looks like his hair. This lantern alights the tomb of giants. Nito's light, devouring domain of death. Also serves as a fire damage striking weapon. I don't recommend that. It's a terrible weapon, but it does provide quite a lot of light. And actually gives you like wall outlines as to kind of guide you to where you need to go, which is huge. I just keep looking around because I believe there's enemies down here with me. And items to be had if you look in the right spots. However, I appear to be wrong. Lots of little nooks and crannies. Oh, do you see that? Yep. This horrid amalgamation. That's actually the way out. I'm gonna go the other way. So Patches and I aren't on the best terms any longer. Patches actually appears in Demon Souls as well. I believe it's in the lava-filled level or world, I guess. That was a mistake. White Titanite chunk, and there are the enemies. I'm just gonna ignore them. They don't really give me any benefit here. I believe Patches just hangs out up top. And you can actually confront him again. Right above the bonfire. So I'm gonna go down there in just a moment. Because this is not where we entered the Tomb of the Giants. This is another giant tomb. And actually, before I venture further into this room of apparent fun friends, I'm going to end this episode. But I want to thank all of you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye! I'm so upset with myself right now.